Good morning. I'm coming to you from Columbia, South Carolina. We're here at the Columbia Statehouse. We're actually going to go inside. They do formal tours that leave every half hour, or you can do a self-guided. We're not sure which one we're going to do yet, but we're going to go inside, walk the grounds here. Let's go make some memories. All right, so we're here at the South Carolina Statehouse. This is the first statue we saw coming in up off the street out here. It says, "To all the South Carolina women of the Confederacy, reared by the men of their state." I believe this is like what they call the Daughters of the Confederacy statue here. Well, that's what this is. So here's a statue of former Senator Strom Thurmond. I believe he was the longest serving senator in U.S. history. I know he was a senator, and I think he was still in his 90s when he was still in office, which is kind of crazy. Term limits, people, term limits. Capitol building behind us. There's another cool statue that's right out in front for perspective. There's the Capitol. And then here's the, it says he was the commander of the Hampton Legion, Lieutenant General. On the front it says to Wayne Hampton. Is this Wayne Hampton? I don't know anything much about South Carolina history. So it says to Wayne Hampton, but it says this statue was put up in 1906, so it's been here 106 years. The steps that you see going up to the Capitol here, that's not the main entrance. Everybody has to go through the main entrance, which is around the other way in the front of the building, I guess. Which technically is the back of the building that faces the main street, which I believe is Gervais. But here's the little 360 of the area where I'm standing at the moment. The state capitol, it's on beautiful grounds here. All these nice buildings around it. And then back to where we started. Okay, this says the South Carolina, the Statehouse. Columbia was founded in 1786, replacing Charleston as the state capital. The first state house here, built in 1790, was a small wood building just west of the site. Construction on the state house began in 1855. Exterior walls were almost complete when work was suspended in 1863 during the Civil War. In February 1865, Union troops burned the old state house, shelled the unfinished building, and raised the United States flag over it. It says the post-war repairs were supervised by somebody until 1885. They clashed over the workmanship and the design for the present dome. A radical departure from the original design. He was replaced by Charles C. Wilson in 1903. A major renovation by the firm of Stevens and Wilkinson was completed in August 1998. So they just did some renovation work on this 24 years ago. So we're down here on the first floor. Looking that way is the governor's office. This place is beautiful inside. This is the second state capitol we've toured. Unfortunately, the first one, we weren't YouTubers then. We did Colorado and Denver, and we took like the actual guided tour, but we weren't doing YouTube. Let's see what's up this way. What's this say? Office of the Lieutenant Governor. Okay, so he's down on this wing of the building. Interesting. There's some artwork that's on the wall here at the Capitol. Just so you know, when you do come to visit here down on the first floor, the artwork that I just saw, there's offices on this side. Restrooms are right down these steps. I'm not one to normally record anything ever in a restroom, but this is a nice bathroom in the Capitol. So what do you think so far of the Capitol building?
Very pretty.
Very pretty? What do you think?
I love the walls.
You love the walls? Yeah, the walls are pretty. Wow. All the books up there, all the law books and stuff. Alright, so what's this room? This just says meeting room. Wow, look at those. Yeah, the stairs are nice. They're cool. Imagine all the meetings and history that's happened in this place. People prepping their legislation to be passed, arguing over it, or just discussing anything other than work. I'm sure a lot of time is spent in this area. Alright, so we're up here on the second floor. Just came out from where the elevators are. To the right is the Senate. I'll show you that a little bit more in a second. I just kind of want to give you an overview of the area here. And then the house is on this side. So the two governing bodies in here. And then there's the dome straight up to the top. How beautiful is that? Obviously, I'm not going to read all this. There's the state flag with the crescent moon and the palmetto. This area is too dark. Robert E. Lee. There's a bust of Robert E. Lee in here. It's kind of dark in the corner. Let's see who's on this side. D.E. Finley, who was a member of Congress, 1899 to 1917. There's a bust of him here as well. Daughters of the American Revolution, in memory of Emily Geiger's Ride, 1781. Alright, so here's the statue of John C. Calhoun, who was born 1782, died in 1850. Very prominent figure in American and South Carolina history. But this we're just doing a self-guided tour. There was a tour group that was leaving around the time we got here, but it was all like students, and we'd rather just do it ourselves. That way we can not wear our masks and be a little more. So I'm walking into where the Senate is at. This is the South Carolina Senate area. So let's go check this out. Alright, so this is the Senate chambers in here. How cool is this?
This is cool.
Members only beyond this point. So when you do come in to visit, you can come this far. Alright, South Carolina House of Representatives. We're going inside over here. Similar to the other side, where the Senate was. It's obviously just a lot bigger, because the House is always bigger than the Senate. But is it more powerful? No. Such a beautiful building. So this is up on the 3rd floor of the Capitol. Stained glass window, it's beautiful. And then kind of this is like our view here from the 3rd floor. Looking down at the 2nd floor, we just wore the statue of Calhoun right there. The House of Representatives on this direction, the Senate that way. And then there's our dome a little closer up. Oh, what'd we find? Oh, just a few out. Also here, don't forget before you leave the Statehouse to make a stop in the Statehouse gift shop. They got some shirts and stuff out here, and they got some other goodies inside. Hello. Hello, good. So this is the gift shop inside here. All right. Here's one of the statues that's out here. The Spanish War veteran statue. There's a lot of statues here on the grounds. I don't have the time to do them all. I believe there's about 27 different ones. And I don't have time to film everything today because we got a lot of other stuff we want to do here in Columbia. When we were walking around this morning, there was hardly anybody out and about. Now there's a lot more foot traffic here in Columbia because it is after 12 o'clock, so everybody's on lunch. So here's another one of the statues that's here on the grounds. This is Benjamin Ryan Tillman, who was a governor, I believe, of the state of South Carolina at one point. Like I said, I think there's about 27 different points of interest here on the Capitol grounds. Different statues, monuments, famous trees, that kind of thing. And I just don't have time to hit all of them. We showed you a few, but I guess there's more for you to come and check out. And same kind of thing with this. There's a brochure where you can pick up all of the stuff. Now the statue of the gentleman that you see in front of me may look kind of familiar. That's because that is George Washington. As you can see right here, George Washington. He's right out here in front of the Capitol. He's got a good spot to see all the traffic on Gervais Street. He's able to overlook what's going on here in Columbia. How you doing, George? Here's the Sign saying the north-south streets of the city of Columbia. The north-south streets laid out in 2 Mile Square, the original city of Columbia, for generals and officers who fought in the American Revolution. Most of these were Native Americans, but one was the Polish Count Pulaski. If you watch our Savannah Squares video, you'll learn more about Pulaski. This is the monument to preserve for the Confederacy, I believe. So we just wrapped up our self-guided tour here of the South Carolina Statehouse here in Columbia, South Carolina. We just did a self-guided tour. You can see pretty much everything else that we asked that actual tour group would see. So it just depends on how much history you want, or if you just want the brochure to do things yourself. We just did that since we were vlogging. It was easier for us. Beautiful building, the dome inside. Make sure you go up to the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor so you get a better view of the dome and a better view looking down. The only thing we weren't able to see was the gallery for the Senate and the House, which is fine because they weren't in session anyway, so all we've been seeing was empty desks anyway. So, but yeah, if you're in Columbia, it's free to come check this out. Just a word of a warning, you do have to go through security. I had to put the backpack in there, cell phone, the camera, all that stuff has to go through the metal detector, so just don't bring anything that you shouldn't have on you, okay? If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Leave us a comment down below. What's your favorite state capital that you've been to? So far, we've officially toured 2, Colorado and South Carolina. I'd say I probably like the one in Denver a little bit better. Unfortunately, we weren't vloggers then, but the one in Denver was really, really cool, and we actually got to go all the way inside the dome, which was nice. All right? So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, guys, we'll see you soon.